Hello, everybody. How you doing? Oh, is it loud? Hang on. Is my audio okay? Hold on. Hello, hello. Let's hope the internet doesn't go weird again. Well, I have a report on that. I have something to say. With regards to the internet, I recently purchased a Wi-Fi range extender, and that's why audio is in one ear. What does that mean? Never mind. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, so I bought a Wi-Fi range extender, so I've been waiting to do a stream so that it can be more stable, and it seems to be more stable, so hopefully this stream will be a lot more solid than previous ones, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I've tried my best to mitigate all the problems. The problem is, as I've sort of alluded to in previous streams and videos, this office area of my house is separate to like the original building, kinda. So its Wi-Fi signal's always been a bit hit and miss. But I'm hoping with this little antennae on the top of my computer, it should be better. It has been recently. So hopefully you're going to have a lot more consistent of a stream. Oh my god, we've got a super chat already. Thank you, James Anderson, for the £1.99 super chat. Massive fan of you, bro. Keep up the solid work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That means a lot, the fact that we've already had a super chat. That's huge. Thank you so much, James. Love you so much. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. We've got a few things to go over today, and we're just going to be doing it. I'm so annoyed I became a member on my other account because I never use it, but it has a good like 10-month streak on it. Yeah, I know that you mainly upload on the Vander's Who account because I was recently watching a couple of your Gmod videos, and I was enjoying them a lot. Darius, is it true it gets super hot in the UK? I mean, at times, it's not a very frequent thing, but it does happen. I mean, the problem is with our houses is that we're not built to sustain hot weather. So therefore, when it does get hot here, it's like being baked alive because our homes are built to kind of keep heat in. Yeah, it's been quite rainy for me recently, to be fair. So it's not exactly been very warm, but there we are. So yeah, we've got a few things to go over today, mainly to do with, well, we got a couple of things. We got some missing episode stuff and some classic Who colorization stuff. We've got some stuff with regards to a potential Tardis reveal, and we've got some stuff about just some other random things, including one of the recent big theories, as well as a very interesting scene in a recent BBC show. So yeah, we're going to get right into it. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't already. As James demonstrated, super chats are available if you're that way inclined. If not, no worries. It just helps out wherever you can. Obviously, there's also, if you subscribe or become a member, channel member, that also flashes on screen. And all of that helps me out massively. But with that said, let's get right into the bloody stream, shall we? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Also, I got my 14 Sonic here. I know a few of you were asking whether I had one or not, but it's been in a couple of videos, and that's actually one of the topics I'm going to be touching on in a sec as well.
Money.
Oh wow! Thank you, Josh Kicks, for the £4.99 super chat. Have a great day and a fun stream. Thank you so much, and thank you to Jack Martin. It'll probably show up on the screen in a minute. Hey, Thary's massive fan and love watching. Thank you so much. It means so much, honestly. Ordered a new coat for my 14 cosplay. Nice. I'm not 100% happy with my 14 cosplay coat. I do need to get a new one. Oh god, here come all the super chats. I've never had this many in such quick succession. I mean, I'm very thankful. Do you find the blue setting changes the volume a lot? Yeah, so the blue setting, which is the standard setting, which is this, is quite quiet, and then the other colour settings are really loud for some reason. There's the second notification.
Yes, you have.
Anyway, let's get right into it. So, first of all, you may have noticed that the Doctor Who social medias have made their latest sort of, monthly kind of post with regards to what they're going to be posting on their social medias for the next few weeks. They say that it's probably going to be posted about 3 times, but the theme of this month is the TARDIS, and why this is significant, number one, we've got a brand new image of the 14th Doctor here, looking fabulous, well, Shooty Gatwa. Although, is it just me, or do they look quite out of proportion with the box? But also, if you look back on the previous month, we had this poster for the Sonic Screwdriver, and that month, revealed the 14th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. So it seems like a pretty likely possibility that the TARDIS interior could very well be announced, or revealed, I should say, this month, because it's TARDIS month. Also, just a little nerdy thing that I haven't seen anyone else point out yet, that I thought I might as well do. If you know anything about the TARDIS boxes, the Whittaker box historically has a blue light on its lantern, and this has a white light. I don't think that was intentional, I just thought it was a little bit of an interesting thing that I didn't see anyone else pick up on. So yeah, I have seen some people kind of say that they don't want a TARDIS reveal. Oh, we just had another super chat. I'll read that in a sec. I have seen a few people say they don't want a TARDIS to be kind of revealed yet because they want it to be a surprise in the show, which I get. However, at the same time, I think they're going to capitalise on the idea of sort of promoting the show via a TARDIS reveal. And as well, something else I wanted to point out. If you remember way back to DWM, Doctor Who magazine, they made comment of how all the directors had like a 3D virtual tour of the new TARDIS interior to sort of map out the space. So I think they could use that 3D render in a sort of reveal in a much the same way they did with the 14th Doctor Sonic. That might be me reading too much into it, but you never know. Thank you to Spider Jed for the £5 super chat. If the retail Sonic has brighter lights, I'm going to get that one also. Yeah, that's the very next thing I'm going to talk about. I hope they do a new police box design too. Honestly, I don't mind the Whittaker box. My only real problem with it is that it's a bit too greeny. Also, thank you to N4NO Raccoon for the £1.99 super chat. Did you see the reply RTD said on the giggle? Yes, we're going to get to that as well. Don't you worry. We're getting there. We're getting there. So yeah, it's looking possible that we could get a TARDIS reveal this month. So I'll keep you posted on that. Elsewhere, speaking of sonic screwdrivers earlier, the retail version of the character options 14th Doctor sonic screwdriver. So for those of you who aren't aware, this is the Chrome version. That's the notification for the other super chat. So for those of you who aren't aware, this is the Chrome version of the Sonic that was exclusive to character options. Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Yes, you have.
This was the character options exclusive Chrome version, and this is going to be the standard retail version. As you can see, it has a more standard silver paint, which is really cool. And I must admit, I kind of prefer the packaging. If I can get up a picture of, hang on, 14th Doctor sonic screwdriver. Yeah, I kind of prefer the packaging on the retail version. They've gone for like a standard yellow and white kind of sort of aesthetic with the packaging for the online exclusive version, and with the retail version, it seems to be a more Starfield black and blue combination, which I think is a lot cleaner personally, and fits with the new branding. Obviously, the main logo is predominantly like blue, so I don't know, I kind of prefer this. It's kind of space agey, kind of Star Warsy, if anything. But there has been some speculation that the LED on this one will actually be brighter than the LED on the retail version, or at the very least, it's going to be more blue tinted, so you'll see the blue a bit more. Honestly, I have seen some people say they prefer the look of this. I like the look of both. Honestly, I'm probably going to get both. As far as I understand, obviously I can't 100% verify this, but from what I've heard, this is going to be in the range of £15 to £25, so probably about £20 as opposed to the online exclusives, £30, and you won't get the hidden sort of sounds and colours on this one that you get on the special character version, which is more of a fan novelty thing. So yeah, that should be coming relatively soon to all good retailers. Apparently it's not going to hit Australia until like January of next year, which is a bit sad. So apologies for any of my Aussie viewers who might be watching. I doubt you are right now because I don't know what time it is over there. But yeah, I think it's cool that we're getting a retail version. I'm going to pick up both, and I probably, because I missed the boat on a character options kind of Sonic review. So I'll read your chat in a sec. Oh, I missed the boat on a character options sonic screwdriver review, so what I'll probably do is a comparison video. I think that'll be really fun. Let me read these super chats. There's been a bunch that have just come. There's a bunch that just come in a row. Thank you to James Anderson for the £4.99. Can't have Josh out donating me. When I think of Doctor Who, I think of you. What is your favourite TARDIS interior? Good question, and my answer would be the TV movie TARDIS interior. I actually saw it when I was about, I don't know, it was like the first Comic Con I ever went to. I met Sylvester McCoy. I was super nervous to meet him. I was like really, really young, and I saw that console and I loved it. And it was by a green screen.
I've got money. Yes, you have.
And then we've got Hedgehog1915. Keep up the good work, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. And that's your first super chat, so thank you very much. It's just notify me there. Thank you to Vanders Who for the £2.40 super chat. It better re-reveal soon so it can be added to Gmod sooner. Very true. So yeah, that was that, and it's pretty cool we're getting a retail version. Next up, we've had 2 Classic Who missing episode stories, which I kind of want to go over. What I'm going to do, just whilst I'm here, I'm going to lower the audio slightly of the notifications, just so they're not quite so loud for you guys, so when I'm talking, you guys can still hear me and stuff. But obviously, your notifications will still come through on the screen. Doctor Who missing episodes are out there, says TV archive boss. Lost episodes of the BBC sci-fi series exist in the collectors' in the hands of private collectors, says archivist. The head of TV archive Kaleidoscope has suggested that missing episodes of Doctor Who are known to still exist, but remain in private collections. Out of 253 episodes from the show's first 6 years, 97 remain lost in their original form, due to the BBC's policy of junking archive programming between 1967 and 1978. And I've just realised I'm not showing you on my screen. As a result, numerous adventures... Okay, so I'll read it again. So, Doctor Who missing episodes are out there, says TV archive boss. I don't know why I always manage to do that. Lost episodes of the BBC sci-fi series exist in the collections of private owners, says archivist. This is by Morgan Jeffrey, who's a Chad. He does a lot of Doctor Who articles. The head of TV archive Kaleidoscope has suggested that missing episodes of Doctor Who are still known to exist, but remain in private collections. Out of 253 episodes from the show's first 6 years, 97 remain lost in their original form due to the BBC policy of junking archive programming between 1967 and 1978. As a result, numerous adventures from the first Doctor, played by William Hartnell, and the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, are either incomplete or missing in their entirety. However, speaking to RadioTimes.com, Chris Perry, CEO of the TV archive Kaleidoscope, says it's very unlikely that more lost episodes will be recovered. It's very likely, not unlikely, that more lost episodes will be recovered in the future. We know there's missing episodes of Doctor Who out there, but the owners won't return them at the moment, he revealed. Every year we have 50 to 70 lost programs, some famous titles, and internationally known names, and others not, but significant examples of regional television output, for example. Perry pointed out the recent discovery of previously missing episodes of Fraggle Rock, the 1980 series from Jim Henson, who created the Muppets, as evidence that Kaleidoscope's mission of recovering and restoring lost TV archives continues to bear fruit. Alternative versions of Fraggle Rock aired in different countries, and all episodes of the British version, which specifically featured short live-action inserts not available in other countries, were believed to be wiped in the 1990s. So yeah, they go on to talk about Fraggle Rock. So yeah, essentially, we've got a TV archivist saying they know for a fact that more episodes are out there in the hands of private collectors. I don't know who the hell Jimmy is, but thank you. Yeah, so I hope to God that there are more missing episodes found, but that's not the only news we have with regards to missing episodes or Classic Who episodes in general. We're going to be talking about that in a sec. But I definitely think we might be on the cusp of finding some more. It seems like things are ramping up. Yeah, the next thing was a colorization is happening for Classic Doctor Who, specifically Doctor Who Classic The Smugglers gets colour revamp. First look. Never before seen colorized clips will premiere at the BFI's Missing Believed Wiped event. So this was rumoured quite a while ago that we were going to be seeing colorizations of classic 60s stories, and it seems like the first to get the treatment is The Smugglers. So I don't think all of The Smugglers exists. So I don't know whether they're just going to be showing the bits that do. I'll double check. One of William Hartnell's final Doctor Who stories is getting a fresh look of paint with clips from the 1966 serial The Smugglers, getting the full colour treatment. The four-parter, Hartnell's penultimate adventure as the First Doctor, was originally aired in black and white, but excerpts from the story have been newly colorised by TV archivists at Kaleidoscope. RadioTimes.com has exclusive first-look footage from the colorization, with the wiped clips being set to be screened at for the first time at BF5's Missing Believed Wiped series on the 5th of August. We have always wondered what Doctor Who would look like in colour, said Chris Perry. I mean, we've known what it would look like for quite a while in colour, but I know what they mean. They mean the 60s Doctor Who. It was made in colour but shown in black and white, so we went back to the original production photos on set and tried to match the colours of the recording. Kaleidoscope collaborated with colorization experts, that's Chroma, on the project, with the Smugglers being picked as the most viable candidate for the process. I was sent a list of potential clips, and out of their suggestions, the Smugglers seemed the most achievable option. Given a limited time framework on it, said that's Chroma spokesperson. The existence of some colour reference material on set production stills was definitely a consideration too, and I also thought that out of the suggested clips, the Smugglers would work best in colour. Generally, using the original colours, when known, presents no major difficulties. Occasionally, some colours were deliberately wrong on set to look right in black and white transmission, which has to be taken into account. White objects in particular were frequently a pale colour other than white, as pure white tended to flare on the black and white cameras. It wasn't an issue with this particular material, however. And then they go on to basically do some more explanations, but it's really cool that we're getting colorized versions of 60 stories. I will say, part of me does think that part of the charm of 60 stories does somewhat come in the fact that the black and whiteness somewhat obscures the fact that they didn't have as much money. However, at the same time, I'm going to be really interested to see this. Also, can you wish me good health, Aries? I just had a filling today and my jaw is sore. I couldn't even enjoy a Greg's pasty. Best of health. Having teeth issues sucks, and I hope you do well. How good is the animated episodes of Old Who? I've seen a few of them now, and I quite like them. You know, I've not seen, obviously, I'm not really a telesnap kind of guy, so I will always prefer those over like the telesnaps. But if you are one for like, if you're a stickler for authenticity, that might be a better option because I know they do change bits about. Yeah, I'll be curious to see a color version, but it's cool to see more stuff happening with classic episodes. Where's your 14 screwdriver? It's here. And yes, I will be getting a retail version as well because I said earlier on the stream I'd like to compare the two because I think that would be fun. Do you have a favourite classic Who episode? Probably either Tomb of the Cybermen. It probably is Tomb of the Cybermen, to be fair. However, I love so many. Genesis, Remembrance, Happiness Patrol. I love Happiness Patrol. There's a bunch. That's fair. I get BritBox, I'll definitely watch. Yeah, I don't know whether they'll upload them via colorize. I don't know whether they'll upload the colorizations to BritBox. That'd be cool though. I do wonder if Disney Plus will end up with the classic Who stuff internationally. That'll be interesting to see. So yeah, the next thing I want to cover is a bit of a about turn. It's a bit of a different tone, but I wanted to cover it nonetheless. So there's a couple of things with this story that I wanted to go over. Let me just get the right article up because I want to make sure I have it up before I put it on screen. Yes, so here we are. So in case you weren't aware, a brand new drama aired on BBC One just recently called Wolf. It's a crime drama, and it actually stars one of Doctor Who's own Sasha Dhawan, the I guess most recent incarnation of the Master. And what's interesting about it, and as some people have stated, it has a very, very funny reference to Doctor Who in it, which I'm just going to play here. We got desktop audio. I'll put desktop audio back up.
Then I have one question for you. How do you feel about Doctor Who? Because they've got this tour in Cardiff and they take you to all the spots they've filmed, all the castles and everything. I wanted to go forever, but I've had no one to go with. I don't want to be one of those weirdos who's like, party of one. That'll be so embarrassing. Look, I get it. The 13th Doctor wasn't to everyone's taste. And you don't strike me as a feminist, but let's just get something in the diary, yeah?
So, yeah, that was the reference. And I just find it hilarious that this was said directly in a script that Sasha Dhawan was in and to Sasha Dhawan's face. And I've seen some people kind of get somewhat a little bit up in arms about this. Personally, I find it really funny. Don't you think it's a little weird? BBC feels like they said the 30th Doctor didn't really work. I mean, the thing is, though, right? I don't really see it as that. I think it's not really deniable that it was a little bit controversial, and it was, like that's not really knocking it, but it is true. It doesn't say it was bad. It's just it wasn't to everyone's taste, which I don't think is an unfair assessment. But yeah, personally, I just thought it was funny. I know a lot of people kind of felt like, oh, it's kind of throwing the era under the bus. I didn't personally see it that way. I know that some people can get quite like funny about that. Obviously, if you remember way back when there was the Peter Capaldi sort of he wasn't universally loved comment in a BBC article. Personally, to me, that was a lot more egregious because it felt more personal to Peter himself. I know my calendar's on the wrong month. I haven't changed it yet. I will. I need to get some sticky tape to do it. It's funnier when you realise you had to do multiple takes. Like, yeah, can you imagine? Like, I wonder what his reaction was reading that in the script. What was the Good Omens Doctor Who reference? I've seen some people talk about Good Omens, but I'm not sure. It's funny, don't get me wrong, because I didn't like the 30th Doctor, but it did feel weird to them saying that. Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time we've had, like, kind of TV kind of poke a bit of fun at the era, so I don't mind it. There was that clip of, I know it's ITV, but it was with Bradley Walsh as well. There was a guy on The Chase who basically had a little bit of a dig at Doctor Who, which is quite funny. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. I've just realised I've just searched the Chase Doctor Who, and it's just going to end up giving me a bunch of clips from the story of the Chase. Hold on, I saw it the other day. Where's Bradley Walsh? Yeah, I can't quite find it. Hold on, let me refresh. Dun, 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 dun. I think it might have cut out for a sec the stream, so apologies for that. If I can't find it, I can't find it, but that's going to annoy me. I can't find it. That's so annoying. I'm just waiting for the. I think the internet's fine now. To be fair, that's not been as long as it was before. Right. I'm almost there. I just need a sec. Whilst are we good? Are we still here? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Just type hello if you can hear me. Come on, I was looking at this the other day. Can't be that far away. Unless it got taken down, which I don't see why it would. To be honest. Well, maybe it did get taken down. I swear I knew where it was. Anyway, moving on. How many blue Adidas shirts do you own? Too many. But yeah, point is, I don't think there was too much wrong with it. I thought it was quite funny. But Sasha Dhawan has been doing the rounds on sort of the press for Wolf, and he mentioned, I've never seen this. Apparently he said this somewhere before. I haven't seen this, but I thought I might as well. I might as well do that here. He said that the Rasputin dance he did in Power the Doctor wasn't scripted, so that's interesting, I think. Following his appearance as the Master in Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who Swan Song last year, Sasha Dhawan is now starring in Wolf, a BBC thrill series where he plays the dangerous and threatening and mysterious character of Honey. Okay, so I'm not going to read the spoilers for the show, but what I will say, while two very different scenes, the sequence does bring to mind another one of Dhawan's memorable moments, the Master dancing to Boney M's Rasputin. Radio Times caught up with Dhawan exclusively and asked whether the dance in Wolf reminded him of the Doctor Who scene. So yeah, it talks a bit about the Wolf scene. He said, people are going to think, God, he dances in all his scenes. Interestingly, with the Rasputin scene, for some reason, I must have read somewhere that he dances, and the truth of the matter is it wasn't even in the script, I misinterpreted it. Dhawan continued, so they must have been thinking on the day, like, what the hell is he doing? Well, this is kind of what he does, so we'll just go with it. But hand on heart, I thought it was written in the script, so I think I danced for about 6 minutes. They must have been thinking, what the hell is he doing? I think it's really fun that bit was just entirely unscripted. He just decided to do the Rasputin dance. I think that's very funny. Just watch this show. I'm only on episode 1 currently. I haven't watched much of it. Hello, TV Zone! Oh, bloody hell. Nice to see you. You alright? So yeah, there was that, and then the final thing I kind of wanted to cover that was kind of like newsy was this. So Doctor Who fans have a worrying theory about Donna's return. Catherine Tate is reprising her popular role in the 60th anniversary, but could she be set for tragedy? The return of Catherine Tate as Donna Noble in the upcoming Doctor Who 60th anniversary specials has long been a cause of celebration among Whovians, but some fans are fearing the worst after the latest hint by showrunner Russell T Davies. Responding to an Instagram post from the official Doctor Who account teasing Doctor Danger dancing Donna in the specials, Davies commented with another word beginning with D, disaster. This follows a statement he made earlier in the year where he said that terrible things were in store for Donna's future, and so it certainly looks like something tragic will be on the cards. And one fan of the show has put forward a theory outlining what he thinks could be set to happen, writing on Twitter, is Russell really going to kill Donna in the 60th specials and have the 15th Doctor visit her grave in the Christmas special? Alongside the tweet, he posts 2 screenshots, a screenshot of Davies' aforementioned Instagram comment, and a promotional still of shooting out with 15th Doctor from the upcoming Christmas special. Fun fact, this wasn't a promotional still, this was a filming image, but yes, it's from the beloved Nerd Dan. Shout outs to you. Love you, Nerd Dan. He posted that, and then a follow-up shared to his YouTube channel, which is called Nerd Dan, expanded on the reasons for his theory, explaining why he thinks Gatwick's 15th Doctor would be upset over Donna's potential death. Maybe at the end of the 60 specials, it's unknown when she will die. Maybe that she's got some time left, and maybe we don't see the 14th Doctor regenerate. Maybe the 14th Doctor and Donna go on their adventures for a while, and then he drops her back on Earth. And then the first time we see Sheety in the Christmas special, he arrives on Earth to find out his old friend has passed. Of course, as with all theories at this stage, it's best to take it with a pinch of salt, but it certainly led to some debate among the fanbase as the countdown to the specials continues. Why would you put the thought in my head like that? Wrote one fan in response, while another added, I hope not. It would be so depressing if Donna gets her memory back only to die. A third fan posted, I think for an anniversary, RTD wouldn't want to alienate returning viewers, so killing Donna seems unlikely. Tormented and traumatized, sure, but she'll still want to be alive by the end of episode 3. But others aren't quite so against the idea, with one fan writing, I think for once it would be good for a companion. It would be good if a companion was killed and stayed dead. Alas, we'll have to wait a few more months before we find out exactly what happens to Donna on her return to the universe, and we're bound to see all sorts of other theories emerging before then. So yeah, very interesting, and shout outs to Nerdo for getting on Radio Times, that's huge. But yeah, this has been a pretty ongoing theory, and what adds to it is very recently, the Doctor Who social medias posted a clip of the giggle, which is just a clip from the recent trailers, and they've said who's laughing at who and why. The third of this year's 60th anniversary specials is titled The Giggle. Hashtag Doctor Who. And then Russell T Davies, being the sneaky little devil he is, said, oh, you won't be laughing when... sad face. Very much adding fuel to the fire of speculation of Donna dying. And I kind of want to talk about this, because on the one hand, I do think there's an element of this, of just RTD being this, like, master marketing guy, and being like, oh yeah, Donna's definitely going to die, and then, you know, pulling a fast one, vis-a-vis Stolen Earth Journey's End, where you have, oh my god, I don't know what's going to happen after Tennant regenerates in Stolen Earth, and obviously he does know because Tennant was staying. At the same time, though, I do think her dying would kind of make sense. I mean, the line in the trailer, as someone in the chat just pointed out, is, if she ever remembers me, she will die. There's not much room for interpretation with that line, as well as that, it's kind of a miracle she survived End of Time when you think about it, because she very briefly got her memory back, but there was that whole exploding memory clause thing. There was a rumour that was going around for a while about there being a bi-regeneration of some sort, in that essentially Ncuti would become the 15th Doctor, but the 14th Doctor would split off, which could potentially allow for the theory of Donna being able to continue to exist beyond the 60th specials. I don't know. I'm not, even though I don't want Donna to die, I love that character, part of me's not 100% against the idea. They wouldn't do that, right? I don't know, man. It's Russell T Davies. I said it in a recent video, when I was talking about the Reddit theories, my last video, that I do kind of want to see companion deaths make a bit more of a return, so maybe. I don't think Donna will die, and personally, I don't think she should. Fair enough. The bi-regeneration idea, I must admit, I'm not a fan of either. That was just a sort of bit of speculation that was going around. That's nothing that's been confirmed or anything. But I do think it's interesting to note with regards to the theories that are coming about. Obviously, we'll never truly know until November, but it's really interesting to sort of see all these theories sort of coming out. And yeah, I just want to say quickly, where is it? I did put on Twitter, if you can see it here, or X, as I should say, bloody Elon Musk, man. The more RTD posts, the more likely I think the Donna dying theory is. Again, he could just be baiting people and trolling people. At the same time, it's not impossible. Maybe when he says die, he means it in the more abstract way of we're not going to see that version of Donna again after this. 100% Donna's death makes sense. Yeah, it does. It does make sense, because you don't want to mitigate the impact of Stolen Earth Journey's End by having Donna's memory fully restored permanently in the 60th specials. I think that would kind of, unless you handle it very, very delicately, that could kind of go some way in cheapening the sacrifice that Donna made in that story. At the same time, maybe it would be a bit of a downer for 60th episodes to have Donna die. However, at the same time, everyone would be talking about it if he did go that far, and he did make Donna's death a permanent thing. So, I honestly don't know. I think it could go either way. Do you think he will regenerate outside the TARDIS? I'm not even sure we'll see a traditional regeneration. We might, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to another outside regeneration. That did feel quite refreshing to me in Power of the Doctor, so I wouldn't be opposed to another one. So yeah, who knows, obviously. What if dying was just fully taking the memories and the Time Lord stuff away from her? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like that version of Donna is dying. It could be that. In an interview to DWM during Series 2, when asked about Rose being killed off, RTD said, I wouldn't actually. I think there's something very savage and mad. It's fundamentally an optimistic series. That's true, but it's different times. The 2000s were optimistic. We're in the 2020s now. Everything's miserable and depressing. I don't know. Maybe he still feels that way. However, RTD himself, it is worth noting, has very much gotten more, I suppose, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of in tune with death and kind of misery. Years and Years is kind of a very depressing series, and obviously pretty much everyone dies in It's a Sin. And obviously I understand they're different shows, but I do think he might be less averse to death this time around than he was last time around. 2008 wasn't the most inspiring year, not gonna lie. That's true. Yeah, it's very true. But I feel like pre 2008, there was a lot of that like RTD era, like hope, optimism kind of vibe, which I don't think you're going to get as much in like the 2020s. I just think it would be unfair to kill Donna, considering she has a daughter now. Yeah, but then maybe that would add to the tragedy. I don't know. Like I say, we'd all be talking about it. Have you realised in Classic Who it was usual for Doctor Who to regenerate lying down? Now in New Who, most stand up while regenerating. Yeah, I have noticed that. I'd like to see another lying down regeneration, to be honest. I've always said I've always quite liked the lying down, so I would not be opposed to that coming back. Do 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. 2008 optimism. Yeah, 2008. When I say 2000s optimism, 2008 is kind of the exception. Uh, do, 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 do. Yeah, I don't think there was much more news I wanted to cover. So if anyone has any questions or anything like that, then feel free to drop them here. The internet, even though it did go down once, it seems to have been a lot more stable this stream, so I thank you for that. And thank you so much for all the super chats as well. That means a lot. Because the channel's not been doing like really that great in the algorithm recently. I think it's the same for a lot of Doctor Who YouTube channels, obviously. But yeah, that does mean a lot. Just the help there. What's the wackiest Doctor Who movie you've seen? For me, when people thought Dab Ross would get 13 pregnant. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of one that was spread by a lot of like weird people. There was one that was kind of in a similar vein, where there was going to be an episode of Series 12 where the 13th Doctor would like emasculate the 10th Doctor and be like, oh, you're terrible compared to me, which of course never happened. And if anything, retrospectively, with 13 regenerating into Tennant, you could make the argument that that's kind of saying the opposite in a sense, but there you go. Do, 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 do. Also, I saw this clip the other day, which I hadn't seen before, and I thought I might as well show you. It's Tennant talking all things Doctor Who. I haven't seen this, so I might as well show it off. I'm gonna pause it there. I'll put it on the screen.
Is this the Doctor Who problem, which does linger, and there are new episodes featuring you, which are about to be shown, I think, in the winter.
That's right, yes.
I know it's a huge part of your life, but it can be, the whole Doctor Who thing, it's quite a responsibility being involved in it.
It casts a long shadow, for sure. But the positives definitely outweigh the negatives. But yes, it's your life. It takes on a slightly different shape, your life, when you're associated with something like that, and it's a absolute privilege, but it does mean you lose a level of anonymity, for sure.
So it wouldn't stop you. Well, it hasn't stopped you doing it, has it? But
oh no, I would never have. I would never have. The positives, like I say, the positives definitely outweigh the negatives.
And I remember Doctor Who back in the 70s when it. Let's be honest, it did look as though it was made on a budget of about £17.90.
Yes. Well, it would. Yes.
Things have changed, haven't they?
Things have changed. Although our expectations have changed. I mean, as a kid, I thought that was the greatest television there had ever been. I mean, it was a brilliant show. I mean, yes, it was probably a little bit. The budget was a bit smaller than it is now, but that was partly to do with the nature of television at the time, but it didn't get in the way of it being magical stuff.
I'm trying to work out who your Doctor would have been.
It was Tom Baker into Peter Davison. Yeah.
Okay.
That was my era.
Right. And they were both, well, who was the most popular of those two with the Doctor Whoites? I can't remember.
Well, Tom Baker did it for 7 years.
Oh, it must be him, surely.
So, and the long scarf tends to be
very awkward question for
David. An iconic reference even now. But Peter's time on it was just as popular in terms of viewing figures and all that. That's when it was really at its zenith.
So, what can you tell us about what's going to happen in November?
I can tell you that I'm in it. I can tell you that Catherine Tate is back as well.
And she's your companion?
Well, as you'll remember, Jane, when we last saw the Doctor and Donna Noble together, if she were ever to remember who the Doctor was, her brain would melt. I'm filling the listeners in because I know you've got that.
Yeah,
so that's the dilemma we're stuck with.
Right.
That these two characters, it's not giving too much away to say these characters are going to bump into each other again, but there's some stuff that we've got to deal with there.
Right.
There you go. So yeah, interesting little interview there with David. Such a great ambassador for the show. It's always fun seeing him talk about how much of a fan he is and stuff like that. Really, really fun stuff. Yeah. TV Zone, why are you lingering? What's going on, TV Zone? Is there like an announcement coming that I'm not aware of? I feel like you're the watcher on my shoulder right now, being like, You're making me all nervous, TV Zone. I'm just double checking Twitter to see that nothing's happened and I've just been totally oblivious to it. I don't think it has. How did you feel about the recent announcement of Craig and Alfio's return? Don't do that. Don't do that. Hi, Tardis. Hi, James. How are you? When is a new release date trailer coming out? Surely not long now, right? Well, I have a conspiracy. I still have a long-running conspiracy that it was intended to be for San Diego, but then obviously writer's strike happened and stuff. Hopefully not too long. If not this month, then September, maybe to coincide with Strictly. I guess. Have you ever met RTD? I found him on Grindr once. I've never met RTD. I'd love to meet him, but I've never met him. Yeah, no. Let's have a look inside. What does this mean, TV Zone? Why are you doing this to me? I'm going to double check that you are actually. I mean, you probably are, but you never know. Channel has no videos. Don't know whether to trust you, TV Zone. RTD lives next door to me in Swansea. Really? Really? Hi, Tardis. It's my birthday in 2 weeks. Well, happy birthday for 2 weeks from now. A Blue Peter competition, first Torchwood series winning National Television Awards. The show was booming. I miss those times. I have a feeling that we might be heading back towards those times again very soon. Don't want to jinx it, but if I could put money on a show being a success, like if that was a thing I could do, I would honestly put money on Doctor Who being like a really big again. The stars just seem to be aligning for that. Okay, it appears someone has changed their name and picture to be TV Zone to pretend to be us. The emoji was us. We've commented nothing since. Okay, I was very confused. I was sat here like, which one of you is real? You both look the same. Guys, what if I'm RTD? You guys have all these crazy connections. My best is my old drama teacher I had about 9 years ago was friends with Catherine Tate. I got an autograph with her, but my sister ripped it up. Oh my god. Well, tell your sister that I disagree with that. Oh, I know that feeling, James. I was 20 a couple of weeks ago. Dun, dun, dun. I've been going through. I'm just gonna read this. What if this is our way of marketing? I mean, possibly. I don't know which is real at this point. I feel like I'm being traumatized. Like, what's going on? It's like that episode. Might be a very obscure reference. Of Lazy Town when there's two Sportacuses, and they're like trying to figure out which one's the real one, and one of them's Rolly Rotten. Do 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 do. What if neither are real? See, exactly. You just don't know. LTD in a human's hairy suit. I mean, it could be. Think about it. Have you ever thought about anyone who markets Doctor Who as much as I do and sings the praises of LTD as much as I do? Just saying. Think about it. You off to the BFI for the Five Doctors? I'd like to. However, we'll see. So when do you think we might getting the unit spin-off announcement finally? I don't know. There was rumours that it was filming this month. However, I've not seen anything confirmed on that front. There's just been a lot of rumours because there's been a lot of job applications for like a big drama that they're doing. So maybe this month. I was confused as you are, to be fair. Yeah. Have you got a doctor you can value yourself theories? Well, kind of. I have Dennis. My account has a handle, the other one doesn't. I mean, one of you's just at TV Zone UK, so I don't know. I don't know. And FYI, it's the Edinburgh TV Festival this month. Not saying anything will be announced, but we'll be sure to put Doctor Who questions to the BBC bosses. Good stuff. Please do that. Please do that. Dennis will be back this month. Theories, I don't know if it will happen, but I have an idea for the next Tardis. Shoot, go for it. Maybe 14 and Donna spin-off. I have seen some people suggest that. I don't know whether that would feel like overkill, though. Like, I think it's cool as a novelty that we're getting it. I don't know whether I want a full spin-off. Because at that point as well, you run the risk of it just being Doctor Who 2. Maybe Liberation of the Daleks. I mean, yeah, we know that, I believe the next issue of DWM is out April 17th. So, yeah. I think that's about all I wanted to say. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to give it a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. I think I'm going to head off for a bit. But thank you all for checking in. If our account has the handle TV Zone UK, that's us. I think that's the one that I can see both, so I have no idea. Oh, actually, before I go, no, I wanted to do something. I changed my mind. Might as well cover this while we're here. what was I going to do? While we're here, I wanted to briefly cover one of the other amazing announcements that's been going along of the Doctor Who social medias the last few weeks. Our Lord and Saviour, Doom. So they announced a new audio for Doom. This is, I think, Big Finish's first contribution to this multimedia event. And its cast is odd. It has the 8th Doctor, Charlie, Jackie Tyler, The Silence, the Werewolf from Tooth and Claw, Death, and the Thing from Dalek's Master Plan. Oh, and Sean Temple Noble's Taxi. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Big Finish out here, they're never beating the dartboard allegations. Listen, I enjoy Big Finish. In fact, one of my videos that's going to be coming out soon, hopefully, is going to be me talking about the ongoing Once and Future stuff, because I don't know whether you saw, actually, whilst we're talking about that, they revealed, let me get it up, they revealed a very cool edition of Once and Future, which is their ongoing, like, 60th story, let me find it, which is the 10th Doctor and Missy, which is admittedly a really fun idea for a story, so I'll definitely be picking that one up. But yeah, it just seems like random characters. Like, it's very odd. Yeah, and I mean, the comments on Doomsday stuff are always quite funny. And I think I've ratioed Doomsday on Twitter about twice. The second time I didn't even intend on doing it. But there we are. What a time. But yeah, so Doomsday is still a thing. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, one of the TV zones put a little tease in there. The real TV zone handle is TV zone UK 737. We don't bother to set it up properly and we never use it. It has one video from 2020. Okay, cool. I was going to say, because the other one's definitely bait, because there's no way they... Yeah. Yeah, can we... Actually, I've got a really funny idea. Can we all just, like, spam just the word Doom in the chat? I don't want to see anything else. Whilst we're here, Liberation of the Daleks in live action, I mean, that'd be fun. Honestly, I'd kind of preferred that to be the multimedia event over Doom, if I'm honest. Because that's actually quite an interesting concept. Good. Good. Yes. This is what I want. I love how people coming into the chat are just confused. Day 17 of trying to find the right Doctor. It reminds me of that the Simpsons meme. You know the Simpsons movie when they're all trapped in the circle thing, the sphere thing, where they're like, day 48 under the dome. Everyone's going insane. Yes, I'm loving all the dooms. Very nice. Well done, chat. Oh, but anyway, I do think I'm going to head off. But thank you all for tuning in. I love you all. I will see you again soon, no doubt. I'll probably be posting a couple of clips from this live stream over the coming days, and you will also get some more videos. As I say, you'll hopefully be getting a Big Finish video. I want to do a video on the original Toymaker story because I know someone who's animated bits of it. I just want to give my thoughts on the story. So I'm going to be doing that. Probably going to be getting more theory videos out. And yeah, just have a good day, everyone. I will see you very soon. Thank you for everyone who super chatted. That was crazy at the beginning. It went mad. But thank you all for that. And I will see you in a bit. Take care and bye-bye. And now we wait for the stream to actually end.